Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be my February favorites. I cannot believe we're already starting March. Where is this month going? Where is this year going? I really don't know. It's kind of insane. So today I basically stayed in and pretty much did nothing. I mean, I did homework. I watched a couple movies. We had dinner, food, because it was a really horrible nor'easter that went on in like the in New England today. And this is like the first day that I've stayed in, like actually stayed in since like the blizzard that we had maybe like a month and a half ago or something. I don't know if it was in January or in December. I think it was in December. So since school started, I basically have been going nonstop. I really have not had a moment to myself. So I finally got some homework done today, and we watched Coco and we watched Murder on the Orient Express. We watched two movies today. Coco was so good. So good. I was so happy to finally see it. And we watched Lady Bird last night. Lady Bird was awesome too. So I've watched like 5 movies in the past like couple of days. I watched Cars 3. I watched Transformers, which was awful. So now I've seen all 5 of them. And I watched Cars 3. I just really wanted to watch like Disney movies lately because I feel like I've been slacking on my Disney movies lately. So I watched Cars 3. I saw Black Panther, which was sick. It was so good. And then I watched Coco today with my mom, and it was so good. So now I have my Disney fix for the year. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So before I do, I just wanted to point out the shirt that I'm wearing. If you guys can guess what this is from, you get bonus points for me. No, my dad does not work for Dunder Mifflin Paper Company or my mom. This is from a show, one of my favorite shows of all time. It's a comedy. But I'll tell you guys at the end of the video if you guys don't get it in the beginning of the video. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So let's start off with just a primer spray. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in my last favorites video, but I'm going to mention it again because it's so good. This is the NYX First Base Primer Spray. I've been using this every day because I really love hydrating my skin before I put makeup on. And I always love going in with a prep spray before I put primer on. I just love hydrating my skin because I have such dry skin. This is like a great option for me besides like the Smashbox primer. So I stopped buying that since that's a little bit expensive, but this is really, really good, and I've actually been using it for getting my lid shades to be more pigmented. I've been spraying my brush, my eyeshadow brush, and I've been packing it on with that, wetting it with this, and I've also been wetting my highlight now, and I've been using the NYX Dewy Skin Mist for that because obviously I set my face with that and I prime my face with this, and they're both really great. I prefer primer sprays over setting sprays to prime my skin. I know they say that you can use setting sprays too. If like something says prep and set, obviously you can use it to prep your skin too, but I find that they are more sticky because obviously they have more of a stickiness to them to make your skin, make your makeup last longer throughout the day. So I just find that primer sprays aren't as sticky feeling, and I don't like the tight feeling that setting sprays can give your skin when you first prep your skin for makeup. So that's why I prefer this one. So that is the only priming product I'm going to talk about. Okay, so now we have a couple of foundations to mention. This one I have fallen in love with so hardcore, you guys. This one has become one of my favorite, all-time favorite foundations. I cannot get enough of it. I think I might love this probably even more than my number 7 drugstore foundation, which is the Lift and Luminous foundation. I love that one so much. I'm in the shade Cool Vanilla. You guys know how much I love that one. But I picked up a couple of Physicians Formula products lately, and I literally fell in love with all of them that I could not wait to talk to you guys about this foundation. This is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation Brightening Complex for all skin types in the shade LC1. This is so amazing. This is so good. It's hydrating. It looks so healthy on your skin. It makes your skin look so beautiful. It just really looks like a healthy glow. It's basically what it says on the bottom, the bottle. It is so good, you guys. The only thing I might not love about it is the applicator, because you know you have to brush it on like this in order to get it on your skin. But other than that, it blends out beautifully. It's so comfortable on the skin. It lasts for hours. I think I've worn this. I mean, I can't remember the last time I wore it because I've been trying out a lot of new foundations because I picked up a bunch in my Sephora haul that I just posted a couple of days ago. But this one I've been trying out for most of the month of February. And I was wearing this like pretty much, I think almost a week straight when I first got it. It is so good, you guys. I have been loving it. I'm pretty sure I did mention it in my drugstore haul when I did pick this up, but it's so good. Like I said to myself, I wasn't going to pick up more drugstore foundations or more foundations, and then I ended up picking up like 4 high-end ones and 1 drugstore one. But honestly, this is so worth it. It is amazing. I am obsessed with this. Like, it just makes my skin look so beautiful and healthy. Like, and I like it a little bit more than the number 7 because it doesn't make my skin as dewy. And I do love a dewy foundation, and the number 7 isn't too dewy until like a few hours of wear, but this one doesn't do that, and it doesn't break up. It just looks so smooth. I love it so much. I can't get enough of this. It's so good. So I love it. Then the next one I wanted to talk about is the Burberry Cashmere Long Lasting Flawless Soft Matte Foundation in the color Porcelain number 11. Now, I did tell you guys, I did pick this up at Marshall's. I did not pay full price for this. I picked this up for $14 at Marshall's. So save yourselves like 40 bucks and go to Marshall's and check out your local Marshall's to see what Burberry products they're getting in, because they've been getting a crap ton of Burberry products in my Marshalls, so I've been picking up quite a few things. I picked up a little eyeshadow palette and also a lipstick from them that I will show you guys in my next haul. I'm just waiting for a couple more orders to come in. I'm wearing a bunch of stuff from those orders today. But this is really, really good. They actually also were getting in the dewy version of this as well. I saw it on Makeup by Peta's channel. She said that she picked up the dewy version of this. I forget what it's called. It's like the luminous foundation, but this is the matte one. And usually I don't go for matte foundations because I have very dry skin, duh. But since this said soft matte, I was really interested in trying it. And this is really, really nice on the skin. I actually am a pretty big fan of this one. It looks really good. It's lightweight. It looks really good on the skin. I've only worn it a few times, maybe like 3 times, but every time I wear it, I think it looks really nice. So I'm going to test it out some more, but so far I have been really liking it, and it's very comfortable. It's not too heavy because it's not like complete full coverage. It's like medium to full. So this has been really good. I like that one a lot. Then the next foundation is the NARS, what is this one called? Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the color Oslo. I know that everyone and their mom has been talking about this foundation lately and saying that this is one of their all-time favorite foundations. I think it's good. It's not my all-time favorite at all. Nothing really can top my Lancome Teint Idol foundation so far. I really haven't been a fan of the stick. I might return it. I didn't bring it in here, but I wasn't going to talk about it in my favorites video. I mean, I used to do like favorites and duds. But I don't really, like, if I find a dud product, I will go return it, like, right away. I will not keep it for my favorites video, because I want the money back. Like, it's not going to be sitting in my collection for a month for me just to return it. Like, I feel like that's such a waste of money, so I want to return it and get my money back. But I have never really found a NARS foundation that has worked for me. I do love the Tinted Moisturizer. That's one of my favorite lightweight products. I tried the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, and I really did not like that foundation at all. It was way too full coverage for me. It made me look like a ghost. The shade selection in those foundations it just never worked for me. Their shades for lighter skin literally were like albino colors. I'm not saying there aren't people that are that light, but it's like, it literally just looked like white on my skin. Like, I'm ivory. I'm not white. Like, I thought it was just too white for me. Like, this has a lot more of a neutral undertone for me, and I love the shade of this one. It's such a good shade match. And I love the packaging, love the pump, love everything about it. It looks amazing when you first put it on, and it looks good for about a couple of hours. But I don't really love how it looks on my skin after a couple of hours of wear. I noticed, I think I wrote something down about it the last time that I wore it. Let me just check really quick. Let's see. NARS foundation looks amazing when first applied, but starts looking texturized after a couple of hours and sinks into pores. I did notice it was sinking into my pores around my nose, but I just changed up my makeup / skincare routine, and I've been doing a cleansing oil now to take off my makeup. I've been using the Burt's Bees one. I was going to mention that in my favorites too, but it's just a cleansing oil. Like, I might grab it at the end of the video and show you guys, but I've been doing that at night instead of using makeup wipes anymore. The only time I'm going to be using makeup wipes now is either when I have to take my makeup off and get ready for work, like in between class and work, or if I just like sleep over one of my friends' houses and I need to take my makeup off and I don't want to like bring the cleansing oil with me, I'll just do that. But this is good. I did wear it pretty much once like all day, and I've worn it a couple of times after that, but like I wore it to work a couple of times and it looks really good at work and stuff, but I think I'm going to still have to be testing it out more. I think I've only worn this about 3 times so far, so I don't know my full thoughts yet, but it does look beautiful on the skin when you first apply it. It doesn't feel drying, or, well, it did feel drying the time before I wore this because I hadn't changed up my skincare routine yet. It was like the second time that I wore this, it felt extremely dry on my nose. But now I'm seeing if changing my skincare routine, because I'm washing my face at night now when I take my makeup off, and then because my sister's been telling me that I should do this instead because she said it's better for me since I wear a lot more makeup than her. And she said in the morning, just splash your face with cold water, put your toner on, and put your SPF on, and then you're good to go. Like, so that's what I've been doing, and I've been noticing a big difference. I think my skin doesn't love it because I have been breaking out on my nose, but I think my skin will get used to it. But this is good. I don't know if it's amazing though, but I will see how it holds up after trying it out a couple more times. I've been testing out so many foundations. I don't even know how I feel about some of them yet, just because I was going out so much with my best friend and I have school that it's like I can't even like write down my thoughts about them because I don't even have time. But yeah, it's a good one. And then the last foundation I wanted to talk about is the Giorgio Armani, if I could speak, Power Fabric Longwear High Coverage Foundation Oxaloate Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 25 in the shade 2. This is probably my favorite one that I have tried from my Sephora haul. I think this one's really, really pretty on the skin. It leaves like a really beautiful like velvety finish, which is exactly like what it sounds like. It's a Power Fabric foundation. I always feel like Giorgio Armani's referring to like some type of fabric when he names his foundations. Like, you guys know the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation is like one of my ride or die foundations. I love that foundation so much. I've been through 3 bottles of it. I love it so much. You can tell that I freaking love it. I finally finished my first drugstore foundation. I finished the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I love that foundation too, the Dewy and Smooth. Fucking amazing. I really feel like the Dewy and Smooth does not get enough love because everyone's always so obsessed with the matte and poreless, but that foundation's amazing. So now I just started my second bottle of it. But the Luminous Silk, I've been through 3 of them, but it's called Silk and this one's called Fabric. But this one is way different. It's much more full coverage. It's not dewy at all. And this is really beautiful on the skin. I wore it last night to work and I've worn it a couple of other times and it's really nice on the skin. I did wear it all day last week. Because I've been going out with my friend to karaoke, like, so much after class. Like, after I had a full day of class, I was going out to karaoke with her. And I was, like, literally exhausted. I went out on Wednesday with her again to paint night. And then we went out to get a drink in her town before she left for Georgia today. Or yesterday or whatever, to be with her mom, because her mom's not well. But this is beautiful on the skin. But this one is definitely the one I've been liking the most. It did break up at the end of that like really long day that I had, but other than that, it's really good. So I definitely will be testing this out more as well. I don't find that this really sinks into fine lines or sinks into pores as much as the NARS or the Lancome one. The Lancome one, I don't know, looks so dry on my skin, so I don't know how I feel about that one. But this one's really good, and the Burberry one's really good too. So that's it for foundations. Now let's just talk about concealers. The first one I really have been loving. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in the color Light 16. I got this from Marshalls. I think it's really good, nice and full coverage, creamy, blendable, lasts a really long time on the skin, doesn't really break up that much. It does settle into fine lines a little bit, But I find that this is just as good as the newer version of the Lock-It Concealer. I don't know. I was a fan of that one, and I think this one's really good too. It doesn't really crease that much. So this was definitely a good buy, a good find at Marshall's. Then the next one is the e.l.f. I think this is the HD Lifting Concealer. This one's good. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I think it's good though. I do like it. It does do the job of being a good concealer, but it's just okay. It's not like amazing, but I do like it. It blends out nicely. I just feel like it's so gray when you first put it on. I don't know why it's so gray tone, but other than that, it's a good concealer. So I have been enjoying that one. And the next one is, you know, one I've mentioned before. I do love this concealer, but I finally picked it up in my shade. And I think the only reason why it didn't look good yesterday is because I feel like my under eyes are very dry. I think it's just because I've been wearing too much makeup. So I left my makeup off all day today until literally this video. I just got ready to film because I wanted to film my favorites video. Like, I could have filmed it another day, but I wanted to put makeup on at least for a little bit. So anyway, this is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the color Fair 5. I am going to haul this soon, but you guys know when I did haul this originally, I did tell you guys that I accidentally picked it up in the wrong shade, so I did make a purchase on ColourPop.com a little while, like a week ago, and it came like a couple of days ago, and I finally got it in my shade, and this is the perfect shade for me, and you guys know I love this concealer, so I'm really excited to finally be using it in my shade. So this is a great concealer. I love this one. And then the next one is the YSL All Hours Concealer in the color Porcelain. You guys know I did pick this up in my Sephora haul. It is a good concealer. I would not say it's an all hours concealer whatsoever. I feel like it does sink into fine lines like right after you put it on. It doesn't like wrinkle around this area like the Too Faced Born This Way one did. Like, that's why I can never wear it anymore, because it did that. Like, these concealers look so beautiful when you first blend them out and then they crease. But it's good, but it does start breaking up around my nose, around this part. So, again, I have to see how my makeup performs after changing up my skincare routine. But I've been wearing this a ton, and I find that this happens every time that I wear this concealer. So, I'm not a huge fan of it. I might return it because I don't think it's that great. Literally, all these other cheaper concealers are better. And this one is definitely more like an all-hours concealer. This is the Urban Decay All-Nighter Concealer. This is a much better option. It's full coverage. I love this concealer. I've been using it ever since I picked it up in like January or December. I grab for this every time I need something to last all day. This concealer is amazing. I love it so much. This is the shade Fair Warm. It can crease a little bit, but it is a really good concealer. So that is it for that. And now let's just mention an under eye powder. This is the e.l.f. Smooth and Set Eye Setting Powder. I told you guys when I was picking this up, I was looking for the HD powder, but my CVS was out of it at the time, and I don't think they've gotten it back in, but this is the newer one that I saw, and I was like, you know what, I'll try this out. This is so good, you guys. Like, I didn't think it was going to be that good, but it's really good. It is really smooth under your eyes. Like, really, like, does not feel like a powder at all. Makes them look really, really pretty. I really like this so far. So I've been using this, like, every day. I think it's really good. So definitely recommend that. So now let's move on to eyeshadows. So I'm just going to mention a couple of palettes. Of course, I have to mention this guy because it's still one of my favorites. I've been using this pretty much non-stop. I used this a lot the past 2 weeks. I've been going hardcore with it. This is the ColourPop Dream Street Kathleen Lights and ColourPop eyeshadow palette. I love this palette. I just think it's so bomb. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing a newer palette. But this palette is so good. So good. Like, I just reach for it like crazy. I wore it. I recreated her Valentine's Day look that she did like a couple of weeks ago on her channel. I wore that like a week ago to work. I also wore it for when I wore my Frozen shirt a couple of days ago. I wore Mermaid Boy and this one in my crease just because they were like the perfect blue colors to wear with it. And I think I also wore it. I wore it in my my Sephora haul that I posted a couple days ago because I was wearing that milk pigment on my lid, and I wore these in the crease. So I just really love this Actually, was it? Did I wear that? Yeah, I did. Pretty sure I wore the NARS one to work. And I wore this one in that video. Yeah, I wore this one in that video. I remember that I mentioned it. It's just so good. Like, I didn't think I was going to love this palette so much because I thought it was, like, so unusual. But the shades are so good in here. They're so pigmented, so beautiful. Like, I'll just swatch, like, these two. Like, they're just so pigmented. Like, oh, I love them. They're so good. Like, look at those. Like, they don't swatch, like, amazingly sometimes, but they really are gorgeous on the eyes. Like, look how reflective those are. Like, she really did a freaking bomb job. I love her. She's amazing. She really is my favorite beauty blogger. And then that shade is just phenomenal. That's, like, my favorite shade in the palette is this one right here. That one is called Twinkle. That's my favorite shade. It's so beautiful. I just wore that all over the lid, like, last week. Excuse me. So good. Love this. I've been reaching for it like crazy lately. And also I wanted to get my use out of it before I got this eyeshadow palette that I'm wearing on my eyes. Because there's like 18 shades in this palette. I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. It's so good. I just got it yesterday and I'm already obsessed with it. But I wanted to get my use out of this before I got that one because I'm pretty much going to be using that one like every day of my life now. But yeah, that is amazing. I love it so much. And then the other little palette I really have been enjoying is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Not a Basic Peach palette. I did pick this up in my drugstore haul not too long ago. I have used this a few times already. Like, I didn't think I was going to use it that much, but I've used it a few times. And I think I did wear it with a milk pigment as well. But I've been using these two shades a lot. As you can see, the transition is already, like, worn off of this, but I do use this as the transition shade. So I usually, like, use this one, pop this one in my crease to, well, I use this orange shade to darken up the crease more when I use the transition shade. Then I darken up the crease more with the orange one, and then I use this transition, which is more for, like, darker skin tones. I use that as my defining shade. And then I'll pack one of these ones on the lid. I do find that this gold shade is beautiful. This one is really beautiful on the lid. I don't love this one as much. And I think I wore this one on the lid too. The only ones I haven't worn yet is this peachy shade and the blue one. The blue one's pretty much a dud though. I really wish they would have just put another neutral shade in here and then I would have used this like so much more. This is $5 and I just really, really wanted to try out Wet n Wild eyeshadows, but these mattes are no joke. They are so pigmented, and that's what makes this palette so worth it to me. Like, even though there might be only 5 or 6 good shades in here, the mattes are gorgeous. They blend beautifully. Wet n Wild does such amazing mattes. Like, their blushes, their contour palette, they're just so good. And their highlighters are freaking bomb. I love Precious Petals and Blossom Glow, but these are just really beautiful mattes, but this gold shade is also really pretty. I finally wore this all over the lid a couple of days ago, and it was so gorgeous. Like, it's such a beautiful yellow gold. Do you see that? So pretty. So I definitely recommend picking up at least one of these. I was going to pick up Comfort Zone because, you know, that's like, and you guys know that Wet n Wild did reformulate and redo their eyeshadows, but these are really, really good. So yeah, I'm really pissed that I didn't get the older ones, though, because they were selling them at Rite Aid for, like, literally $1, but then of course when I finally had went there to see their clearance section, they were all sold out, and I'm like, of course, like, I had to pay $5 for this one, but it's really okay. It's not like it's an expensive palette that's going to break the bank, but it is a really, really good palette, so I enjoying that one. And then the last eyeshadow palette I wanted to mention is the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette. I did pick this up from TJ Maxx a little bit ago, and I have actually been using it quite a lot. So this is what it looks like, and it's a glittery palette, obviously, but I pretty much have used every single shade in here except for the gold shade, which is crazy. Like, I should have used this on the inner corners, but I pretty much have used every single shade on my lid, which is crazy to me because it always takes me like so long to test out an eyeshadow palette, but I've been wearing a lot of colorful shadows to school or going out with my friends that was wearing this a lot. And it is really, really pretty. There's some shades that aren't amazing and some shades that are really, really good. I really love this glitter gold shade. This shade called Rosé All Day and Work It and Fairy Dust. Confetti is a little bit patchy. Hot Damn doesn't really perform that well at all. And I don't know about this shade yet, but pretty much most of them are pretty good. And this was only 15 bucks, so it's pretty much worth it to me. Yeah, $15. So at least I didn't have to pay full price for it, but it's good. Like, I was like, since I found this, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it out. And I think it's pretty. And I feel like I've been like rotating my eyeshadows a lot more because I'm back in school. That I haven't been as overwhelmed with eyeshadows than I am with like highlighters and lippies, because I picked up a crap ton of highlighters and a crap ton of lippies lately. There was just a lot of lip products that I wanted to try lately. But these are really good. I'm just going to swatch a couple of them. This one is Work It, and this one is Fairy Dust. And they're pretty. Fairy Dust is gorgeous. That's definitely my favorite shade in the palette. I just think it's a really beautiful white glitter. And that one is Work It, which is a really pretty red shade. And Glitter Goals. I have to swatch this one. It's so pretty. It has like a purpley, pinky tone to it. Look how pretty that is. I need to start using this makeup wipe because I'm getting glitter all over my hands. So, yeah, but they're really, really good. So that's it for eyeshadow palettes. Now let's just move on to a couple of single shadows. I'm just going to mention some pigments because you guys know that my obsession has been the Milk pigments. And I did tell you guys that I did pick up a couple of new shades in my Sephora haul, and I've worn both of them already. This one's in the shade Hotel Lobby, and this one's in the shade Gig. Oh my god, they're so beautiful. These are like becoming my favorite eyeshadows ever. They are so good. Like, if these existed when the Metal Crush shadows came out, because I thought that those were the best eyeshadows in Sephora, these are by far the best eyeshadows I've tried in a long time. Well, I do have a lot of formulas that I love, but these are just phenomenal. They are so beautiful on the lid. They last all day. They don't budge. They dry so quickly, and they are just gorgeous. They're so pigmented, but you have to wipe them off. If you swatch them, you have to wipe them off. So I'm going to swatch them right now, and then I'm going to wipe them right off. So I have worn both of these already. Oh my god. This one is Hotel Lobby. It's a beautiful gold shade. I mean, come on. I've worn this one twice already, actually. I was wearing this one all over my lid in the Sephora haul that I posted. Oh, it's so freaking gorgeous. I love it. So that one is Hotel Lobby. And then the other one is called, I don't have any tissues in here, of course. This one is called Gig. So this one's like more of like a taupey, bronzy shade. I thought this was going to be more like a, I thought it was going to be more like a, Kathleen Lights kind of color. You know what I mean? Like the Kathleen Lights individual ColourPop eyeshadow. But this is more of like a taupey bronze, but it's still beautiful. Like, I actually wanted all of the neutral shades from these pigments because they're so amazing. But I might pick up the green and the purple. Like, that's how obsessed I am with them. Like, they are so amazing. Like, I think that these are better than the Stila shadows. The only difference with the Stila shadows, of course, is that the Stila ones are a lot more glittery, and they're going to be a lot more shimmery and blinding. These are still amazing, though. Like, they don't really have, like, a shimmer to them. They just have, like, a metallicness to them, and they're just so good. I love them. These are, like, my new favorite things ever. They are amazing. And, of course, I love After Party and, you know what? Let me go grab those. Crap, I accidentally deleted some footage, so now I have to go back and talk about these again. So, I wanted to mention the other two shades of the Milk Makeup eye pigments. This one's in the shade After Party, the pink one, and this one is, Sesh. These are both amazing. I love these, eye pigments. Let me focus on actually filming instead of looking at my phone because I'm starting to get annoyed now since I just, like, deleted that footage. But it wasn't, like, too much stuff. I only showed, like, literally 5 things, so it's not like it's a huge deal. But these are amazing. Like, so good. These are some of my favorite products of all time now. These eyeshadows are phenomenal. Please go and pick up at least one. I know that there's cheaper alternatives out there, but these are amazing. So good. Like, Like I said, they're a little bit different than the Stila ones, but I think that these are probably even better because they don't transfer like the Stila ones do. They just stay on your lid and they don't go anywhere. Like, I never have any transfer problems with any of these. They're amazing. They're beautiful. Go try them. Then a mascara, the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara. I've been using this mascara a shit ton, but it gets so messy. Like, look at this bottle. Like, it's ridiculous how messy it gets, but this is so good. I really love this formula. It makes your lashes so long and beautiful, but it really just reminds me of the Maybelline Lash Sensational. It is by Maybelline, but it is so good. This is a really good mascara. And then the Lancome for eyeliners. These are the Lancome Drama Leak pencils in the shades Amply. These are the Extreme, excuse me, the Extreme Longwear eyeliners in the shades Amply and Noir Intense, which is a purple and a black. These are amazing. They glide on the waterline. They're just so good. I love these. They're really nice and long wearing. They came in the little Sephora Point Perk, and they're just really, really good. So then I didn't have to pay for them because, you know, you just get them in the Point Perk. Like, because when am I going to go through all of this? It's probably going to take me a long time, but they're really, really amazing. I love these. So that's it for eye products. Now let's move on to highlighters, and let me finally, talk about this. So the first one is a drugstore highlight because you guys know I've been loving my drugstore products lately, but this is probably my favorite highlighter I've tried from the drugstore besides the Wet n Wild ones. This is amazing. Literally every single highlighter from the drugstore I have fallen in love with, but this one I am hardcore in love with. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Champagne. This is so gorgeous, you guys. It's amazing. Like, this is the design, which is literally stunning, and it has like this beautiful like gold duochrominess to it, and it's a cream to powder highlight. So obviously it goes from cream like when you first dip your finger in, and it goes to powder when you put it on your face. So that's what it looks like. Do you see that? Like, come on, that is so blinding. Like, literally, you barely need anything on your brush, and it looks so gorgeous. I don't know why more people aren't raving about these. I know people said that they're really good from what I had seen, but they're amazing. I love these so much. I probably love this formula just as much as my Ofra. Like, that's how hardcore I am about this. I might even pick up another shade because they're so amazing. Like, Physicians Formula really came out with some bomb-ass products lately. Like, Cover FX and Bobbi Brown, take notes because this is the shit. Those highlighter palettes that I tried over the holidays from Bobbi Brown and Cover FX were total shit. This is amazing. Like, all the drugstore highlighters I've tried, I'm so impressed with. Speaking of another bomb-ass one, this is the Maybelline Master Chrome by Face Studio Metallic Highlighter in the shade Molten Rose Gold. Since I love the Molten Gold highlighter so much, this is the Rose Gold version. This is the other shade that they came out with. And I knew I was going to pick up like every shade of these because that Molten Gold highlighter is phenomenal. But this is the Rose Gold, and this is so gorgeous. Like, literally the same formula, like, not even kidding. They're both amazing. Like, I would purchase these like a million times over. So this one is Rose Gold. Oh my god, like, look how gorgeous that is. Like, this is more of a pinkier rose gold because sometimes rose gold highlighters are more like gold and then rose gold, not as pink, but this one's a gorgeous pink. It's so pretty. I love it. It's so beautiful and intense on the skin. Oh, I love it so much. And then the last drugstore highlighter is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in the shade Moonlit Pearls. Or Moonlight Pearls. This is good. It's not amazing, but this is really good for like just like a subtle highlighter. I still feel like I haven't scraped off the top layer, really, but it's really pretty for like a more subtle highlight. I have worn it a couple of times. So that one is that one right there. It's probably not really going to swatch at all, to be honest, because it really is super light, but it is pretty. Like, I like it for lighter makeup days, you know, when I just don't really care about wearing too much makeup. This is really pretty on the skin. So that is it for those. And then more on the inexpensive side is the ColourPop Pressed Powder Face highlight in the shade here, Kitty Kitty. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in my last favorites video, but I wanted to mention it again because it is really beautiful. I did wear it a couple more times this month, and it's just really gorgeous. Like, this formula is amazing. I love the ColourPop highlighters, and then the newer ones that I've tried. I think that they're so good. I really should have brought, why didn't I bring a tissue in here? Like, I'm kind of dying without one. Like, I'm a little bit annoyed at myself. Here we go. Here's a really, really old one, but whatever. YOLO. So I'm just gonna try and swatch it. So that one is Here Kitty Kitty. It just has like, they have such a creamy, like kind of almost like a cream to powder formula, and they're just so beautiful and intense, and this is such a beautiful like gold color. You guys know I'm a sucker for gold highlights, but this is really beautiful on the skin. And then the next one, which I was really like afraid about, like if the hype was real about this, because I didn't want to be disappointed in it. I really wanted to fall in love with it, and I really do love this. This is the Lancome Dual Finish Highlighter in Multitasking Illuminating Powder All Day Wear in the shade 05 Sparkling Peach. This is really beautiful. This is kind of very similar to the Physicians Formula. It's kind of having a cream to powder, which I really have been loving, like those types of highlights lately. So this one is Sparkling Peach. It literally is gorgeous, if you can see it. And then when you swatch it, it has like a creamy feeling. And it really is really beautiful. I've swatched this like so many times already because I can't get enough of it. And it has this beautiful reflectiveness on the skin. And I think I wore it, I've worn it a couple of times and I've worn it like twice, and it is really beautiful. So definitely been loving that as well. This is one of my favorite new highlighters too. It's really beautiful. Definitely one of my favorite high-end ones. And then of course I had to mention this again because I did wear it a couple of times. This month, sorry, my boyfriend texted me. He's talking about Mulan. Like, this is literally like 10 years old news, and he's watching the movie again for some reason now. We have watched the movie together like years ago together, but for some reason he wanted to watch it again. But this is the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo. I just wanted to mention it again. And the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. It's just amazing. I use the crap out of this. I've been using this ever since before New Year's, and it's just so beautiful on the skin. I wore it like last Thursday or something, and it just looked so beautiful on the skin. I love it. I just can't get enough of this. It's so beautiful, and I can't wait to wear it again. I've been rotating so many new highlights that I haven't had a chance to, but it really is a bomb-ass formula. This is definitely one of my favorite high-end formulas too. And then the last highlighter I wanted to mention is the Burberry Rose Gold No. 4 Fresh Glow Highlighter Illuminating Powder in the shade Rose Gold No. 4. This one I did pick up in my high-end haul, and I've been trying it out, and it is really pretty on the skin. Do I think it's worth $65? No, not at all. I would never pay $65 myself for a highlighter. That's why I got my boyfriend to buy this for me. But it's good. I don't think it's amazing. I mostly bought it because the design was gorgeous, but it is really, really pretty, and it swatches gorgeously. Of course, I had I have to always talk about a million highlighters, but I did try a bunch lately. So that one is rose gold right there. As you guys can tell, I have a theme. But it is really beautiful on the skin. It did look pretty dry on my skin yesterday, though, because my skin was not having it yesterday. But this is really beautiful. So that is the last highlight. Now let's move on to some blushes. Oh, crap. No, we have two more highlights to talk about. What am I doing? The first highlighter palette I wanted to talk about is the Kat Von D Metal Crush Extreme Highlighter Palette. Now, this is not my favorite highlighter formula whatsoever. It is super glittery, but when you get it to work on your skin, it is really beautiful the way that it reflects, and that's why I like it. I don't absolutely love these glittery highlights on me. Like I told you guys before, I like straight up returned the L'Oreal holographic one. I thought that was just straight up glitter, but these have more like a dual chromeness to them. They're really, really pretty, and they're more worth it to me than those ones. So I really have only tried the pink and the, like white, yellow duochrome one. I haven't tried this orange one yet, but I have used these two. And they're really pretty, like I said, a very glittery formula. But as you can see, they do swatch really beautifully. So that's the pink there. This is the pink, and this is Rose Shock, and that one I believe is Gamma Ray. But this is definitely a formula that's not for people that don't like glittery highlights, because then you're not going to like this at all. But this is really cool, like, for, like, going out. And I think I wore this, what did I wear on Wednesday? No, I didn't wear this on Wednesday. I wore this on Monday. I wore, like, this white shade, like this, with this highlighter in this Makeup Forever one, and they looked really beautiful together. I just thought it would be a cool combo to try out. And then I also wore these two with my cupcake dress, and they looked really pretty. I wore that out to karaoke last week, and they looked really gorgeous on the skin. So they do reflect really cool, but it's not my all-time favorite highlighter, but it is a cool highlighter. It's probably like the only highlighting palette I'm going to be keeping besides the Milk Makeup one that I tried from like a holiday set, because they still have that one available, and that one came out during the holidays. And then the last one I wanted to mention, I've just been reaching for this a lot this past month, that I just wanted to mention it. This is the Lime Crime Highlight Mermaids palette. I did use this like a bunch, like a lot of times that I was going out. And then of course I was also grabbing my Aurora palette, but this is just a really beautiful, like, unique palette. So the shades are Seashell, Pearl, and Mermaid. And they're just really cool. I love this highlight. This is phenomenal. This one is Pearl. It's just such a gorgeous highlight. It's just so reflective, like a killer highlight. And then the blue and the purple, I just was mixing them a lot. I wore this out to karaoke like a couple weeks ago, and I wore it again for like another colorful outfit. It's just a really awesome highlighter palette. And that one's that Pearl shade. That's my favorite one in the palette. It's just so frigging reflective. I love it. All right, we're almost done. I'm kind of getting out of breath. So now let's talk about a couple of blushes. The first one is the Burt's Bees blush in the shade Toasted Cinnamon. I got this one because of Kathleen Lights, and she was talking about it a bunch in her past favorites videos, so I wanted to try it out for myself. So I finally picked up a couple of Burt's Bees products lately. So this is the blush, and it's pretty. It's not like my all-time favorite highlighter, my all-time favorite blush formula, but it is very pigmented. It's very smooth. I just find it's a little bit too pigmented sometimes. It kind of reminds me of Becca's Wild Honey. I haven't swatched them next to each other yet, but I want to see if they're dupes for each other. I wanted Bare Peach too, but I still can't find that in my CVS or even my Target. But it's good. It's not like my favorite blush, but it's a really good one. It's very pigmented. It's definitely worth checking out. It's a really good blush formula, but I just find it's a little bit too heavy on my skin sometimes, but probably just because I pack on my blush sometimes. So yeah, maybe I need a lighter hand. And then the next one is the Makeup Forever Duo. This is the blush. I have to look up the name of this blush. Let me just look at my Sephora haul, because it's literally right in front of me there. Because these are all numbered. It's in the blush S300. So this is the Sculpting Powder S300. This is a really gorgeous blush. I've worn it a couple of times already. It is so smooth when you dip your fingers in. Like, one of the smoothest. Oh my god, like, it feels so nice. Like, I can't believe how smooth that it is when you dip your fingers in. It's so nice. So that is the shade. It's just a really beautiful peachy shade. I mean, come on. I'm not going to talk about the highlight yet because I've only tried this out once. It's good, but I definitely feel like you have to mix it with more. This one is the shade, it's more like a mixing highlight or more like a highlight base. This one is in H102. It's good, but it's not as good as the duos that they have. But again, I have to test it out more, so I wasn't really going to mention that one. And then the last newer blush is the Natasha Denona Blush Duo Palette number 14. in the shades Tutu and Golden Coral. So I have been trying these out a little bit lately. I have worn both of these twice already, actually, because I wore the pink shade out for like all day Monday, basically. I do prefer the pink one over the orange one. The orange one's a little bit too subtle for me, but the pink one's really good. So these have a really nice smooth formula, really nice and buildable and soft on the skin, so I do like them. So that one is Golden Coral. You're not really going to be able to see it. It doesn't swatch very well. And that one is Tutu, because that one's a very subtle one. So it also has a really nice scent. I love the packaging, and it's good. I do like this. And then the last two blushes. I've been wearing a lot of like pinky blushes this past month because it was Valentine's Day. So I was like whipping out a lot of dessert kind of shirts and stuff like that. And I've been grabbing for these blushes every time I would wear those. And I just wore these a lot this month. I finally rediscovered my Becca Cosmetics Luminous Blush in the shade Camellia. I did have to replace this like a couple of months ago, and I didn't really wear it like after like once in the summertime. And then I whipped this out again this past month, and I was like, why don't I use this more when I wear pink blush? It is just so beautiful. So this one is Camellia. I absolutely love Becca blushes. They are some of my favorite formula. They'll just last forever on the skin. So that one is Camellia right there. It's just such a gorgeous blush. And then Too Faced Love Flush Justify My Love Long Lasting 16-Hour Blush. I was also reaching for this a crap ton this month as well. I probably used this one more than that one. But I also did mix both of them together as well. This one doesn't last as long as the Camellia one, and this one's a little bit more of a drier formula, but it's still really good. So that one is Justify My Love, and that one is Camellia. So that's it for blushes. Now let's just move on to a crap ton of lippies. So the first ones I wanted to mention are the Anastasia liquid lipsticks in the shades Ashton, Soft Lilac, and Catnip. All three of these are literally so freaking good. They are so lightweight on the lips. I really didn't think I was going to love the Anastasia liquid lipstick formula, really, because they're not my favorite formula, but these are definitely like more of my favorite shades and formula, more than like Naked or Stripped or, of course, Pure Hollywood. Pure Hollywood's like one of the worst liquid lipsticks ever that I've ever tried. But I used to wear that all the time when I first had it. But I've never repurchased it because I didn't think it was that good. But these are really, really beautiful on the lips. I was really impressed. They like have a really like amazing texture on the lips. Excuse me. This one is Ashton, which is a gorgeous brown. This one is Soft Lilac, which is a beautiful, soft, blushy tone color. I love it. Oh, it's so pretty on the lips. Oh, I love these. And then this one is Catnip. I've worn all of these twice. I might have worn Catnip 3 times. I'm not really sure. Catnip is more of like a mauve pink. This one is Soft Lilac, and that one is Ashton. They're just so good, but I'm going to wipe these off like right away because I don't want them to stain my hand. So those are the Anastasia lipsticks that I got from Marshall's at like the beginning of last month. They're really, really good. But I really have changed my mind about her formula now because I used to not really love them at all, but I think those are really good. Then the next one is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Lip. I just posted a liquid lipstick review and check-in on this right before I posted this video. This is beautiful. This is in the shade All Natural Nude. I really have been liking this formula. I wore this a couple of times already. Again, love the packaging as well. I just really think Physicians Formula really stepped their game up. They released some beautiful products lately. So that is the shade right there. It just has a really beautiful lightweight finish on the lips and a lightweight feeling. It's just so pretty. I love this. Then the next one is the Burberry Liquid Lip Velvet in the shade Primrose number 21. Bold and Matte Whipped Lip Cream. Rouge Intense and Matte Lip Color. This is so good, you guys. Like, I've worn this a couple of times already. And every time I wear this, I've actually worn it like all night and all day. And it has such a beautiful formula. So, again, that like beautiful like velvety formula on the lips. I really have been into that kind of lippy lately for liquid lipsticks. And this one is the Burberry one, and it has like this ridiculously lightweight formula on the lips. It feels like a liquid velvet. Like, these literally feel like liquid velvets on my skin. So I'm going to be posting a check-in review on this one as well, but it is really, really good. These are definitely like my two favorite liquid lipstick formulas that I've tried out lately. They are bomb. This one is a lot less expensive though, so if you're looking for like kind of a similar alternative, I would go with these. This one's definitely a little bit more longer lasting. I wouldn't say that either of these are completely transfer proof whatsoever, but they are super comfortable on the lips. Definitely love those. Okay, and then the last two matte like lip stains I'm going to mention is the YSL number 7 Couture Matte Stain in the shade number 7. I picked up the Burberry one. My boyfriend got me this one though, but I only ended up really paying for this one that was like more expensive. This one is the YSL Cream Lip Stain, and this one is amazing. The formula is so bomb. I do not think they're worth the money though. Like, I mean, they're not too expensive, like, oh, but the scent is amazing. But this formula is so freaking bomb, you guys. I wore this, like, all day on Wednesday. This is the shade right here. This one is number 7. Again, it's another nude shade, but it's a beautiful mauve tone shade. It's pretty similar to the Physicians Formula one, actually. It's more pink, though. I wore this all day on Wednesday. It was so comfortable on my lips, you guys. Like, literally from 9 in the morning till, like, 12 or 1 o'clock at night, my lips did not feel dry at all. I wore it with, like, a gloss over it, and I wore, like, a lip liner underneath it, the Wet n Wild Bear to Comment one, because I couldn't find my lip primer at the time. I have to go pick that up along with the NYX Dewy Skin Mist, because I'm running out of both of those. I literally run out of the same things, like, all at the same time. I had to replace all my skincare lately, like my Lush 9 to 5 face cleanser and my toner water and my night cream from CeraVe. Like, literally had to replace everything at the same time. But this is amazing, you guys. Like, definitely, again, one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas I've tried lately. I did try one other shade, the red one, and I hauled it in my last Sephora haul, the sale one, in like December, but I returned that one and I got this one instead, and they were both amazing on the lips. This one was definitely a lot more matte, but it's such a hydrating matte, like you don't even feel it on your lips. It's so good. And then the last matte liquid lipstick I'm going to mention is the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color in the shade Be My Baby. I wouldn't say this is my absolute favorite liquid lipstick formula, but it is incredibly comfortable on the lips. I don't love the scent of it, though. It literally smells like strawberry medicine. Like, it's, like, too strong for me, but it is a beautiful formula. It feels super lightweight on the lips, so that one is really good, too. And then just a couple of, like, regular lipsticks, like, kind of like hybrid lipsticks that are, like, a hydrating liquid lipstick. This one is the Giorgio Armani Lip Maestro in the shade 202. My boyfriend got this one for me as well for Christmas. This is so beautiful and hydrating on the lips as well. I'm swatching every single one for you guys, but it is really lightweight on the lips. This one is the Giorgio Armani one. Really beautiful. Super hydrating. Really love this for like just throwing it on for class. It is really pretty on the lips. And then this one is the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche Liquify Lip in the shade Whip. Again, these aren't really like liquid lipsticks. They're kind of just like liquid hybrid formulas. And this is more of like a glossy liquid lipstick. And it's a very comfortable formula. Smells amazing because, of course, it's Bite Beauty. So that one is Whip by Bite Beauty. It has a very shiny, luminous finish on the lips. It's not really a matte liquid lipstick. And this is really comfortable and really pretty on the lips as well. They just have a really comfortable formula. And then the last lipstick I wanted to mention is the Fenty Beauty Plush Matte Lipstick, the Mademoiselle Plush Matte Lipstick in the shade Single. I did wear this to work like last weekend. I really wanted to wear it again recently, but I just haven't had a chance to because I've been testing out so many different lipsticks. This is so good, you guys. The formula is amazing. It's just so comfortable. Applies beautifully. It doesn't feel like a matte lipstick at all. It's not drying at all. It's just so comfortable on the lips. So that one is single. It just applies beautifully, glides on the lips. Don't have to worry about it at all. It just looks so amazing. So I definitely have been loving this too. I'm wearing a ColourPop lipstick on my lips today that I just got a couple of days ago. So I'm not wearing any of these today, but just letting you know these are all amazing. And then the last two lip products are these two lip glosses from CVS, from the drugstore. The first one is the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer in the shade Unreal. This is really gorgeous on the lips. It's a really awesome gloss. It's really comfortable. It's more pigmented. It's a more pigmented gloss, but it is really, really awesome on the lips. I love wearing it over lipsticks. I love wearing it with this Giorgio Armani one. That was really pretty when I wore that. And it's super comfortable. And then the other one is the L'Oreal Infallible 8-Hour Pro Gloss. These are, again, very expensive for the drugstore, and this one's in the shade Suede, 805 Suede. I wore this with the YSL Lippy. Like I said, I was wearing it with a gloss. This one's a lot more sheer than the L'Oreal one, but this one, again, is super comfortable. It's not as metallic as I would like it to be. My ColourPop ones are definitely more metallic, and they're a fraction of the price. They're like $5. This one's like almost $10, which is crazy, but they're really, really good. And then just a couple of lip liners. The Rimmel Lasting Finish 1000 Kisses Stay On Lip Contouring Pencil in the shade Tiramisu. I've been using this a lot to line my lips lately. Today I just threw on my lipstick because why did I need a lip liner just to film? But this is really good. I've been really liking it lately. It's a nice smooth formula. I mean, it's a lip liner. What else can I say? And then the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner in the shade Pink Electro. I've been using this one a lot too. Like anytime I was wearing a hot pink lip, I was wearing this. I also wore it with the Burberry one. I love this formula already, so I wanted more shades of it, and that one's really gorgeous. It's a really pretty hot pink shade. And then just the L'Oreal L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Shape and Fill Triangular Tip Mechanical Pencil in the shade... What is the shade? Oh my god, I don't know the shade. I think it's just light brown or something. This is so good, you guys. This is definitely a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Definer. I didn't put any brow gel in my brows today or wore anything in my brows. I just brushed them through with a spoolie. But I've been using this to fill in my brows, and it's really, really good. But it has like that triangular shape to it to really fill in your brows really nicely. And the spoolie is really, really good too. So yeah. I think that is pretty much everything. Yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this favorites video. I'm sorry they're always super long, but I did test out a shit ton of new products in February, and I'm continuing to test out some new products this month as well. I will be having a haul coming up very soon, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. I got some stuff from Lion Crime, some more stuff from ColourPop. I'm wearing a Lion Crime palette on my eyes today, and I'm literally obsessed with it. I can't wait to share it with you guys. And if you guys wanted to know, since I got you guys to watch the entire video, if you made it this long, this shirt is from The Office. This is the paper company that the Office employees on the show work for. It's Dunder Mifflin. So yeah, that's it. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Bye. And please let me know what you guys think of these products, what your favorite products have been lately. Please let me know. I feel like nobody tells me what their favorite products are below. Please tell me. I always want to know. Bye, guys. Also, a quick PS. I didn't wear foundation today because... why was I going to wear foundation if I literally didn't go anywhere? And like I said, I only put on makeup like at literally 9:30. I used this eyeshadow palette today. I just want to mention it. This is the Lime Crime Venus XL eyeshadow palette. I'm not going to tell you my makeup look or anything or show you the inside. I'm just like probably already in love with this. Like I've been staring at this for so long. Like it's beautiful. And then the highlight I'm wearing, I'm not wearing any of the highlighters that I mentioned. I'm wearing this ColourPop Innuendo highlighter palette. I'm about to haul this. But I mixed these two shades together on the loose and morning after. This one's like a gold shade and this one's like a peachy shade. And this is only the second time I'm wearing it. And it is really pretty. Yeah, the gold shade and the peach, but I'm going to wait to show you guys these in the actual haul, but I just wanted to mention them really, really quickly. So yeah, and when I got this shirt with my boyfriend, we both got matching shirts, and this was pretty much like my Valentine's Day present to him. He didn't really get me one, though. He should have gotten me a shirt when we went there. Like, he should have gotten one for himself and got me one. So I don't know why he didn't get me one too, like of like another show or something, but we've been wanting these shirts for a long time. So yeah, that's it. Bye.